YouTube. Yeah, so before we dive into it, we'll wait till the people them join the live. And wait till the people them join the live, and before we start go deep, before we start go before we delve into the verdict and everything that took place today with the Vybz Kartel verdict.
People tune in, people tune in.
Join the live, like up the live and share the live.
Yeah, like up live and share the live. Join up the live. As I tell a friend, so right here is the place to be, you see, man.
Yeah. Join the live, like up the live and share the live.
Yo, 1 million people alive right now, you know. You the heavy content creator they live, you know.
Alive.
Bro, a while ago, me dey on TikTok, when me any live, I Vybz, come follow VybzKartelRadio. Around 4,000 people upon the man live. Around 4,000 people me left upon it. And me know him can't keep up with them comments there. Me know fish fear fuck him can't pick up. Yo, the 5 person upon the live right now, big up on the silvers.
Alright, shout out to everybody who just joined the live, the 5 people who just joined the live. Just do the right thing and like the live, and also we're gonna talk about the Vybz Kartel case and what happened today and what the Privy Council decision basically mean. And also if you guys can alright, big up the 24 people that is on the live right now. Same Flame Entertainment and I, we're live. We're gonna talk about the Vybz Kartel case, and we want to kick it off like this. We want to say that Vybz Kartel won his appeal. So Vybz Kartel won his appeal. The appeal that Vybz Kartel made to the Privy Council, he won that appeal, and that is the greatest thing for Vybz Kartel right now, being able to win his appeal. So Vybz Kartel won his appeal, and the appeal court said, okay then, Sean Storm, Kyra Jones, Vybz Kartel, and Andre St. John, you guys are acquitted of the conviction that you guys was convicted of in 2014. So that is out of the window. Now, what the Privy Council did is the Privy Council gave the power. The Privy Council gave the power to the Court of Appeal. Now, the Court of Appeal have this power, and they have 3 options. So the Court of Appeal have 3 options to make right now, and those 3 options are a retrial. So one of the option that the Court of Appeal has is a retrial, and the Court of Appeal can also said what can happen in the retrial is the Court of Appeal can have a retrial, and you will have the prosecution, and the defense go back in the courts and argue their case. So that will happen. But the thing with the retrial, let me dissect into this. The thing with the retrial is that the retrial, Vybz Kartel retrial now is a win-win situation, because the previous evidence that they had cannot be used anymore. That those evidence was deemed contaminated, and those evidence is inadmissible, right? It cannot be used anymore. There's inadmissibility right there. Those evidence will not be used, and if Vybz Kartel was convicted on the weight of Vybz Kartel conviction was same Flame Entertainment. Help me right here. What was the weight of Vybz Kartel conviction?
The technical evidence of the case.
Correct. So Vybz Kartel was convicted on the technical evidence of the case. What does that mean? Vybz Kartel was convicted of the technical evidence. That means that the phone evidence, the messages, the videos, so to speak, that they had. So all the technological evidence that they had, that is what convicted Vybz Kartel. Now, on a retrial, if those same technical evidence cannot be used, what do you think will happen? The prosecution case will crumble now that those evidence cannot be used.
That is it.
Now, the third thing that can happen with the decision now in the courts of appeal is an acquittal. The Court of Appeal can now say, all right then, we are going to acquit. We are going to acquit these gentlemen, Vybz Kartel and his co-accused. We are going to acquit them of such murder charge and conviction based on what the Privy Council directed them to do. The third option is the option that nobody wants, and it will not be fair for anybody at all for them to do this option. And this option is to uphold the
Of the
verdict
conviction.
despite to uphold the conviction despite the Privy Council acquitting Vybz Kartel of the conviction that they were sentenced for in 2014. Murderer lock up them for life. Sarah. I mean,
Sierra,
one.
yeah, go hard, Sierra.
I want to ask Sarah this question. Sarah, on what basis do you argue that Vybz Kartel is a murderer? On what basis do you argue that Vybz Kartel is a murderer and he should be convicted? On what basis? Because just comment that and let me know. Just comment it real quick before me dive into it.
Yeah,
Because
for
the
all
thing
our
is,
people on the live, we need to hear your opinions down below in the comment section. So all 72 of y'all, just comment your opinions. And remember, people, we are not here to fight on anyone's opinion. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion. So just voice your opinion so we can have a dialogue and conversation.
voice your opinion so we can have an intelligent dialogue. Voice your opinion so we can have an intelligent dialogue. As CM Entertainment, so we are not here to fight to fight anyone on their opinion or even debate. We're not gonna really debate. We're just gonna really
Yeah, yeah,
respect everybody else's opinion and then just have a conversation, not a debate. Just
yeah.
merely a conversation about it. All right. Sarah said murderer lock them up for life. I mean, would no one want to be in the justice system where justice should be served? Whether because justice can be someone going to prison for being found guilty, and that is justice. And justice can also be someone being found not guilty and free. There's two sides to justice, right? So when someone go into the court and they go for a fair trial and to get justice, it can be that the person is going away for life, and it can also be that the person is being acquitted of any wrongdoing or of anything that such person is accused of. You understand? So when we look at Vybz Kartel case, we look at the case and we see that there's many unfair treatment, there is many misuse of power and authority. All of that played a big role and a big part into this case. And when you have the DPP who is dictating and directing the judge on what to do and how the judge should conduct his courtroom and so forth, then I mean, ultimately what happened in this case is the DPP made a decision at that time to say, all right, then continue with the case despite the corrupted juror. Continue with the case despite there is 17 minutes to 4 o'clock, which is when the courthouse should be closed, and go inside that room and give, converse amongst each other, and then come out and give us that verdict. The court closes at 4 o'clock. 17 minutes to 4 is when the judge is sending in the jury to go and have that conversation, and for them to have that recollection of everything that happened within the 64 days of trial. 17 minutes for them to consider 65 days of trial, like that does not make any much sense.
Any
See, Flint, what you
logical
have to say?
sense?
Huh?
said it doesn't make any logical sense to come to a conclusion within less than an hour with a trial that lasted over 64 days, that approximately more than 2 months. And for you to summarize all the information, all the evidence of this case, basically summarize everything in couple minutes, just not spell logical to me.
Mm-mm. It's spelled bonkers.
Bunkers.
It's spelled bonkers. You know, that's how the UK, that's how the British people them, you know, that's how them talk. Absolutely
Man,
bonkers.
you speaking bunkers. That's bunk.
Absolutely bonkers.
Straight.
Absolutely crazy, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
that spelling, that's essentially spelling bonkers.
Yes.
Because a lot of times, we have a right and we give it away. We have our right and we give it away.
A lot
And
of times.
a lot of times, a lot of times we have authority and we abuse it because we are in the position to make those type of decisions. We abuse that authority, and ultimately the abuse of authority in the Jamaican justice system case with the DPP and all of them, that is what happened. Do you
That's
all right?
what
I need to
happened.
know for the people on the live right now, why nobody not like the live? Give the live at least one like. Come on, man.
Yes, people, like up the
Come
live,
on now.
so
Don't
the
do that. Don't do
algorithm can now pick up the live and blast it through the YouTube street. So just like up the live, please. It's completely free. Remember, people, it's completely free.
right.
No charges. Completely
No
free.
charges for giving the video a like. No
Yes,
charges.
man. Just like up the live. It's completely free. Don't even think about
Completely
it.
free.
Just
No
do it.
charges for giving the video a like. Sarah, give the video a like. Please.
Yes,
Please.
Sarah. Sarah. As you say, I hear a comment alone stand out right there. That's a Sarah. You want to add anything more to that? Add something else, Sarah. Make we hear what go on, Sarah. Øwayne did ask you a question. You see me, and I didn't get back with an answer. So, I don't know if you're still there, but if you're still there, please bless us with an answer.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Ultimately, Mr. Somebody just like the live.
Alright, big up to the person who just like the live. Me no know your name, me not see it, but if you type it in a comment, yeah man, we know who though.
All right. All right. There's something else that we can touch on. There's a possibility. There's a possibility of Vybz Kartel being set free on bail. So by Vybz Kartel lawyers can now apply for bail now that
The
the Privy
Privy
Council
Council.
ruling, now that the Privy Council ruling is that the conviction is overturned, he can now file for bail. So we would definitely want to see Vybz Kartel coming out and spending time with Sidem, his fiance, and also his family, you know, and fans, you know, do a
Yes,
few
yes.
interviews, see him and all these things before the court, before
Yes.
the
And
before the
even to catch up on his medical health, because we know Vybz Kartel is suffering from the thyroid condition and the grave disease, and you know that can be fatal if left untreated. You see me?
right.
So by him getting bail, it would be the best thing for him. Best thing for him, apart from being set free officially. But getting bail right now would be the next best thing for him. You see me?
True. Because when you're in prison, a lot of things can happen. Because if you are not one of those person who likes to consume the prison food, what you find will happen is your health will start to deteriorate because you're probably not eating as much. You're not eating healthy foods because I mean that's prison. So really and truly, like what will they be serving you? It's not like you're in the hospital where you can pick and choose what you eat and everything has to be, clean, and everything has to be has to be, you can pick and choose what you need. Ground provision, rice, you need vegetables, all these other things. I don't really think you get that luxury in prison at all.
Yeah.
And even if you get it, like, the food still gonna all right. There's this one time
where
I saw a
where
video. It's-
where prison food is concerned, there's a lack of option. There's a lack of choice. You work
and
with
I
where
don't
them
think it's
bring you.
I and I don't think prison food is hygienic. I do not think prison food is have any proper hygiene in prison.
Yeah,
Them
because remember now.
because there's no love, because remember, these are convicts, so therefore any person working at the prison, there's no actual love for all these people, as opposed to a hospital where people are in there because they're suffering from a certain medical condition, or they broke a arm, they broke a leg, or something like that, and it's they didn't do anything, they didn't hurt, so to speak, hurt anyone, or whatsoever. So people work in that environment with a clear mind, a good heart, and a good intention, and stuff like that, as opposed to prison where you already have a preconceived notion that someone is a murderer, someone did something wrong, and therefore you won't necessarily treat them properly.
Yeah, and
So
Jamaica prisons are unhygienic themselves. So being that them a serve food to an unhygienic place, I don't think they would put their all into it, you see. Because are it's like you are gonna serve food under the dump. You're not gonna clean up and do everything where you're supposed to do, as if you would have gonna serve food up all UW campus where say, all right, these are kids paying millions of dollars in tuition, come from good home, striving to be something, striving to be someone. You see me, you gotta deal with for them food good. But if you go down on the dump, then now you gotta serve some food under there, so then now. You're not gonna take the steps them where the required step them where you should have take to serve food regardless. You gotta say, all right, yo, why don't I dump this me a go in, bro? Me need have put on an apron to make this, alright? You see me? Me not have put
yeah,
on no gloves to make this, you see me?
the effort won't made in the presentation,
Yeah,
the effort won't made in the delivery, the effort won't made in in the willingness. There will be reluctance, in wanting to actually make it presentable for, so
yeah,
to speak, criminals, to, so to speak, convicts, to, so to speak, you know people that we deem that they should not be reintroduced back to society. You
yeah.
understand? Because if you think that these people should not be reintroduced back to society, then you will treat them less than human.
Less than you, man.
You will treat them less than human, as opposed to when you're actually in a hospital and you're cooking food. You know that these people are, these people, like, you got kids, and when I say kids, I mean toddlers, I mean young adults, and so on and so forth, where you treat them as human beings, you treat them as people, you treat them as someone that you sympathize with. You get me? As opposed to prison, where you're not going to necessarily sympathize with any, so to speak, convict, so you're going to get different type of treatment. Shout out to
Fuck.
Ann Ramsey. Ann Ramsey, where you joining from? Let us send a picture, drop a comment of your flag. Let us know where you're joining from. You're joining from Trinidad and Tobago. You're joining from Barbados. You're joining from um, Canada, UK. You're joining from the US. You're joining from Kenya, Ghana, all those places. Because best believe it. I have many subscribers on here that are from all those places that I just mentioned, right? So just send a picture and send a comment and let us know where you're joining from, Ann Ramsey.
Ann Ramsey, big up yourself, Ann Ramsey. Respect for checking in.
Yeah,
Yes,
shout out
me.
Ann Ramsey.
Like up the live as well as me. Share your opinions if you do have any. You're always welcome to do so. But big up yourself. Respect for joining in. You see me?
Right.
And also, if you haven't subscribed as yet, you can subscribe too.
Yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, you can go ahead and subscribe if you actually like, like what we have been saying
Yeah.
so far, and you think that we have our head and our body.
Yes, you can subscribe. You can subscribe. But post the video, bro. Me
Say that
know me I
again.
wanna. I know say me could. Me sure say me I wanna first person post a video. Me sure that me in a top 5. Me sure. Cause here I go on there now. To all me see that the video they move off one night time. Me I say yeah.
Wait, how much views the video gone?
Last time I see it projected for the 1,000 in a one in a 2 hour I think. And you know me no job for weeks now. Cause I want to tell you, remember the plan was to drop it as the verdict. But me throw me up on TikTok, me never remember, you see me? Say me have the next phone and me can go up on the next phone and put it on public. Cause me I say, alright, me even want to come off a TikTok, then I want to go start over about the live and house. And then me remember say, I'm supposed to can go up on the next phone and go up and edit and set it to public and save it and it the public. I think I think around 7 minutes after that the verdict, I think, think around 7 minutes that after a verdict. How much you're gone? You I know your job. You're not job your one.
I mean, me drop it, but you don't know.
In a shoot off.
We still are getting to the YouTube algorithm. You know, we're taking our time. We're taking
So
our time to get into the YouTube
it
algorithm.
costs 500.
Only the live.
So about the I know why. Because you go live right away. So the video itself never have no breathing space, cause they must see notification from you, but them click a live notification instead of go watch the video.
I mean, that could be it too.
Yeah. Cause remember, if you go live and you just drop a video, I live them go click on. Keep up, dog. Go on my one and see what I'm going to do. God, the phone at yo, a be a thing going over, sir, A be a woman a follow me like crazy, boy. What? See them a ball. I said, no, go live, go more live.
Same thing them do. Same thing them do,
And
man. Same thing.
I time boss, I said, no, come back for your live them if you not show your face. You see me? That mama say, bro, man, they must say me for go live, you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but me I got but me I do 2 more live later still, cause we gonna do a same Vybz Kartel live later. And the nightly live them will always do a night time. At my night tonight. So I go do that round after 11. Vybz Kartel one I'm planning for do. The extension of the one I did today. I go start that probably around 7 o'clock. Run it to about 9 o'clock or so. Get at least 3 hours out of it.
Yeah. And again,
Yo, Canil, big up yourself, Canil. Big up yourself,
Canil Brown. And again, as me say, there's a possibility, and there's the possibility of Vybz Kartel being released on bail. And I think that is the most logical and sensible decision that can be made, and the decision that they can actually make to show their actually fairness and justice within the Jamaican justice system. I feel like that's
Cause when me a pre, it would have hurt for them just free the man, bro. Like when can do too. No? If Uno and him come to agreement, say no sue then. Alright, since I sue no afraid. No sue. And I like say him a make the country worse like what it there right now. And him a contribute to the high crime rate. You see me? And him a do none of these things. And him a thief up the how much millions of dollars from the financial entities. And him a give the country a bad rap on the international scene where America order its citizens them to stay away from Jamaica. And you see me? So all our problems them with Jamaica face right now, he's not the cause of it. So I don't know if I say to boom and let go the man free, that more I gotta do the opposite to Jamaica, you see me?
all of the all of the challenge.
You go see a boots in tourism. You go see a boots in certain sales of different products. Depends on what him decide for market, or let's say water come out with a new water and him say, alright, the water you me a drink people. Check it out. Business sales booming. So right you know almost every company I gonna start flock to him now.
Remember,
Then
say you
again.
have. Well, I remember say you have to read comments so you can lean back in your chair.
You know say it's a habit, but that me I say.
Yeah.
The way them expect him being free, I gonna be the total opposite, bro. I see Nigel, and Ligel, I call him still. Andrew personal butler. Yeah, that I finance minister. I see him come make big statement after protege them and popcorn them, bun them on stage the other day. So them a fight against reggae music in a reggae month. Lock up the man them good reggae festival. Next day, I see him talk about we're gonna have entertainment zone 24 hours straight for reggae and dancehall music. If you don't really mean that, let him out and make him show no how this thing done. Cause him alone know how it can done. Him alone can do it. Nobody else in the dancehall can move the needle. Right now for Jamaica, where music is concerned, nobody in a music from Jamaica cannot move the needle. Me not take back then thought then either. You see me? All heap of man out in the world of the things, you see me, like the popcorn them and the Shaggy and the Sean Paul them and Skilly them and I do them thing. We not take no credit for nobody, but for move the needle one significant way where you can see changes, like you can see say, alright, it move from 12 o'clock directly to 6 o'clock. Me not talk the man them where move it from 12 to 5 past 12. Me a talk
Right.
about move. Him alone can do that, bro. So it now go hurt if them release the man.
Mm-hmm.
Can't hurt. It a go better the country. Cause here we go on now. The power and the influence them on. The power and the influence what him have on afraid of. Now him can divert it in a way where one can accept it now. Them not think about them way there. Because uno say the crime rate a go out. The youths them are going with beer things. Who is the father for the youths them of this nation?
Mm-hmm.
Him. So if that man for start going all every parish, every community, all them
And,
money.
and
Remember
start
the
spread.
youths them remember the youths them we are do things real, Them
Mm-hmm.
don't view this man just like as another man, With them now if you take no talk from them actually have the respect when enough of them not have. Cause the respect what that man have amongst the youths them. No
Nowadays.
politician have them respects there.
True.
No businessman have them respects there. You see me? No artist in Jamaica have the respect there. So
Facts.
him can steer the thing in a different direction, bro.
Remember, you not read no comments.
That is it.
A real talk, man. Like, cause remember, Vybz Kartel went to prison when Vybz Kartel was at the pinnacle, and when Vybz Kartel was one of the most hated, when Vybz Kartel was one of the most controversial,
Controversial.
when Vybz Kartel was the hottest artist in town, right? And when Vybz Kartel was also, still fresh off the Gully Gaza war and everything. And then Vybz Kartel went to prison. And Vybz Kartel, so to speak, had a had a good and a negative influence on the youth in in Jamaican society, you could say, because they deemed that so. And no, Vybz Kartel has been in prison for over a decade, and you have seen many changes in Vybz Kartel actions, and when I say actions, I mean music, and just the way Vybz Kartel really portray himself nowadays as as an elder. You get me? Because when we Vybz Kartel is actually an elder, but we think of Vybz Kartel as this young 38 year 37, like when him just got prison. Like, we still think of him as a young man. We still think of him as young as we be right now. We still think of Vybz Kartel as a young person just like we, but he's not. If you
Like
notice,
a 35-year-old man.
if you even notice, the type of picture that we use for Vybz Kartel is some picture that him took, like years ago, that actually look like when him did Whiteout and everything. So we immortalize Vybz Kartel to, to the sense where Vybz Kartel cannot get stale, Vybz Kartel cannot fail, Vybz Kartel cannot disappoint and everything. And now Vybz Kartel has gained the respect from many artists that used to bash him back then. So the Idonia, the Queen Ifrica, the Ayakti, and all those artists that did not, so to speak, respect Vybz Kartel back then, they respect him right now as we speak, because them see the growth within cartel music and everything. You get me? So, and that
Yeah,
i- and that is what you're saying basically, is the government to acknowledge these things. But we know the government is not looking at this from the angle that we're looking at it from. The government is looking at this from, a one-dimensional way.
perspective.
Them only looking from it one dimensional, right? And that is how they will just stick onto it. And when we say the government, we're actually talking about individuals, people that are in the system, that continue to spread the corruption, and make the corruption systemic, right?
And
They
not
make the
just the
corruption.
government, also the people that are influencing the government actions, also that are
Right.
behind the scenes, like the owners for a lot of these Fortune 500 companies that are in Jamaica and also in the region, that play an integral role
The
to the
stakeholders,
economy of the state of Jamaica.
the stakeholders
Yes,
in the
the
private
one
sector.
percenters, the big boy them would live on the hilltop up there, sir. Yeah,
Plantation Heights and those other places.
yes. Beverly, Jackson, nah, bro. Them people,
Barbican.
yeah. Them people will drive past with them window wind up in a big fat Prada them and a Land Cruiser them. Yeah. Them people where you never see downtown yet. You only gonna see them as far as Arthur Street to New Kingston. Yeah. You know who we are talking. You know exactly who we are talking. Them people.
And again, if none of this is in their interest, and if none of this put more money in their pocket or contribute to them in one way, shape, or form, then what do you think will happen? You're doomed. You're
Doom.
basically doomed. Because remember, they are the one that run the country, right? They are the one that run the country, because there is classism, right? In America, you might have racism, but in Jamaica, you have classism. So it's basically where you're from and where you came from. And where you came from, dictate how far you go in society sometime, and the respect that you get in Jamaica.
Facts. Big
Because
facts.
if you come from uptown
Yeah,
and that
deny
is
it.
where you're from and that is where you came from, there will be an automatic respect for you and where you're from. If you come from the ghetto and you now become a prominent figure, there will be a situation where you will have to earn my respect.
Yeah,
That respect is not gift.
and there will be automatically assumptions about that said person from uptown, and there will be automatical assumptions from that said person from the lower income homes.
Correct.
Automatically.
Correct.
Because the uptown person, I go say, all right, the person come from a good home, the person have morals, the person is intelligent. You see me? And probably none of these are true. But that's the general assumption in most cases. Because the moment you hear somebody from uptown speak proper English, or hear the person intelligent, blah 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 blah. You see me?
When intelligence has nothing to do with how well
Nothing.
a person with how well a person
Speak
with how well a person intelligence has nothing to do with the capability of the person being able to speak standard
fluently.
English. Has nothing to do with the person being able to speak standard English.
Can
And
that
a lot
person?
of people, a lot of people, a lot of people also, and you see, I mean, we don't necessarily even want to stray away from the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
actual
That's
thing.
for our next conversation.
Yeah, that's for another conversation. We don't necessarily want to stray too far away from the real matter at hand.
And that is the Vybz Kartel matter, the Vybz Kartel case.
That is the Vybz Kartel matter, the Vybz Kartel case, 100%.
Facts.
So, what's your opinion on Vybz Kartel right now? Like, how you feel Vybz Kartel actually feel like right now?
All right. For Vybz Kartel right now, I'm feel him I go through right now. I feel like, sir, the glimmer of hope that he received today, he will try his utmost best to capitalize on it.
So, due to a contaminated jewel.
Yeah, so
The glimmer of
Vybz
hope, the glimmer of hope that Vybz Kartel received today, he will try to make sure that he holds on firmly to
yeah,
that hope. Holds on firmly to that hope, and that hope will allow him to sleep good tonight.
yeah,
That hope will allow Vybz Kartel to get a good rest tonight.
yeah, to carry on, that glimmer of hope, knowing that he has a next chance.
Knowing that he has
Yeah,
knowing
the
that he
door.
has a chance to actually get a retrial, which would be a win-win situation, or an acquittal.
Yeah, the door of freedom hasn't closed on him yet.
None whatsoever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's the right way to think about it too.
I mean, that's the only way to think about it. If you're in a situation where you are Vybz Kartel, or you're a Vybz Kartel supporter, or you are someone who looked at the case and see all the procedural irregularities and the procedural injustice that took place in the case, and you see that fairness and impartiality was not within that case, and you just want the person to actually get freedom.
That is it. That is definitely it. Yo, big up to the 3 persons that are on the live currently. The 6, it gone up now to 6. So big up the 6 persons that are on the live right now. Remember, guys, just like up the live, please and thanks. Like up the live, please and thanks. You see me? Remember, it's completely free, and you also can share your opinions in the comment section. Yes.
Yeah, man, big up the 7 people who join the live right now. And actually, if you guys are joining the live earlier, we spoke about some real things initially, you know. And I mean, if only you guys were here to to repeat those things would just be us repeating ourselves, like, you know, as if we're crazy. But again, when you subscribe, you can actually go on and view back the live if you're that interested in you know, in viewing the live.
Yeah, you can watch the live in its entirety again.
Back in 2014, when them sentenced Vybz Kartel in prison, like a lot of people was hurt.
Oh, the video go on.
Which one?
When you go funeral, yeah, job. Actually hurt. I me here watch, man.
No, man, me at the live of my drop me did not pre one night time.
Oh.
Day night 7 bells.
Alright, 700. Check mine and see right there. I feel like me that make one more an idea, you know. But me have to go scour it over the internet and see what really go on. See Vybz Kartel make no official statement or what are the DPP
600.
600 there? Yeah, me a slap out a shots out of it and post on TikTok.
Yeah, man. You feel like I hit this feel live?
You say I dig off?
I mean, 3 more people just joined the live, but you feel. I mean, we spoke about a couple things. You feel like I hit this and then look more we can go live on TikTok.
Can do that, yes, but me nah go just go do nothing. So you see me I go search for something on Instagram and thing. You see me and see if anything. Can I make one video or next one? Cause you don't know say I the hot thing this now, so you know that go.
True. All right, we can do that.
Yeah.
So we can dig off and then we reconvene back look more on TikTok.
Yeah, around
Probably reconvene later maybe on YouTube set speed.
Yeah, around 7 or 8 o'clock. No,
Because
7 o'clock.
a lot
Me
of
I go
people
early.
they are work and all these other things. So when them come on YouTube, them just basically I get to see what is happening. You get me? So
Yeah. Cause if I did remember upon the live, couple people said them they at work.
yeah. So
Yeah.
6-7 o'clock or them time that you will
When
find
them
more
check
people.
in and set clean, you know, I want to hear some the stuff them now. Yeah.
Exactly.
At 3,000 odd people they come on your live. So if 3,000 odd people come on your live in a morning, you know, we go live, you know, so imagine in a night.
Yeah. I want to tell you, say, you see the TikTok video when I post from a TikTok where you tell me about that video they go crazy. That video they pick up back a different come like that video they have 9 life because after the other life them
Which
they
one
don't
that again?
that video the same video where you send me the screenshot from man from Google.
Oh yeah. Let me that show you.
It'll pick up again. So maybe you did see that video for a reason.
Yeah.
That same video, it like the momentum for the video did stop, and now the video is actually moving right now. Like there's a lot of people liking the video on TikTok, commenting on the video on TikTok. I'm right now getting a lot of followers on TikTok. Set speed.
Here what you want going? Me I go dig up now and bust out a short out time put on TikTok. I need a video on TikTok in the meantime. I go and move. So see you there.
Yeah, that is a good idea. So do that. Look, come on.
Ah.
Respect to everybody who joined the live.